Hello students, welcome to video classes. I'm Kavita, working as SA Max at ZPHS Sri Rangavaram. Today we are discussing about the 12th chapter applications of trigonometry from 10th class mathematics, and this is our 5th session. Before going to solve the problems from applications of trigonometry, we have to recall some concepts from trigonometry. Just recall that. We know that trigonometric ratios are derived from a right angle triangle. So consider a right angle triangle ABC. Here at B there is right angle, and based on the particular angle theta at A, we have to name the three sides. We know that the side AC, which is opposite to right angle, is called hypotenuse, and the side BC, which is opposite to angle theta, is called opposite side, and the side BA or AB, which is adjacent to this theta, is called adjacent side. Now recall the trigonometric ratios. First trigonometric ratio, that is sin A, is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse, cos A, which is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, tan A, which is equal to opposite by adjacent. These are three important trigonometric ratios. When our problem is related to opposite and hypotenuse, then we have to choose sine trigonometric ratio. When our problem related to adjacent and hypotenuse, then we have to choose cos A trigonometric ratio. When our problem related to opposite and adjacent side, then we have to choose tan trigonometric ratio. And we have to remember the values of these trigonometric ratios at particular angles. That is, the sine 30 degrees value is 1 by 2, sine 45 degrees value is 1 by root 2, sine 60 degrees value is root 3 by 2. And cos 30 degrees value is root 3 by 2, cos 45 degrees value is 1 by root 2, cos 60 degrees value is 1 by 2. And also tan 30 degrees value is 1 by root 3, tan 45 degrees value is 1, and tan 60 degrees value is root 3. Just you have to remember all these values to solve the problems from applications of trigonometry. Let us start the problem. This is the first problem. From the top of a building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cell tower is 60 degrees, and the angle of depression to its foot is 45 degrees. If distance of the building from the tower is 7 meter, then find the height of the tower. So, by reading this problem, we have to understand that there is a building and cell tower. And see here, from the top of a building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cell tower is 60 degrees. That means from the building top, we are observing the top of the cell tower. And here we are getting the angle of elevation. That means here building from top of the building, we are observing the top of the cell tower and we are getting angle of elevation. That means the cell tower is more height than the building. This is the important point here. And after that, the angle of depression to its foot is 45 degrees. That means from the same building top, we are observing the cell tower foot also. Here we are getting angle of depression 45 degrees. This is the given information, and also given that distance of the building from the tower is 7 meter. That means the gap between building and the cell tower is 7 meters. Now we have to find out the height of the tower. So we have to imagine the concepts first. We can imagine like this. See here, assume that this line represents the ground, and we have to imagine a building. Just consider this is the building, and we have to imagine the cell tower also. So here it is the cell tower, and clearly we know that the cell tower is more higher than the building. So we have to draw cell tower more higher than the building. Now from the top of the building we are observing the top of the cell tower. So we get the line of sight like this. From the top of the building we are observing the top of the cell tower. And here we are getting the angle of elevation 60 degrees. To represent the angle of elevation, we need a horizontal line which is parallel to earth. So we can assume like this. This line indicates this is the horizontal line which is parallel to earth. Now here the angle between this horizontal line and this line of sight is 60 degrees. So here we get the angle like this. Here the angle is 60 degrees. And from the top of the building, here we are observing the foot of the tower. So from here we get the line of sight like this. Okay, from the top of the building we are observing the foot of that cell tower. Here the angle of depression is 45 degrees. So angle of depression means from line of sight we have to draw a horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. So the angle between this horizontal line and this line of sight is 45 degrees. So here we get the angle like this. Here the angle is 45 degrees. Okay, and given that the distance of the building from the tower is 7 meters, that means the gap between building and cell tower is 7 meters. So we can assume like this, the distance between building and cell tower is 7 meters. So this is the given concept, and now here we have to find out the height of this cell tower. Let h be the height of this tower. Now we have to find out this h value based on this diagram. Okay, so now we have to draw a suitable diagram for this. Okay, let's see how we can draw the diagram for this. So assume that this is the earth, and here we have to consider a building. Here this line represents the building, that is AB. Let AB be the building, and we have to assume one line which represents the cell tower. So this is the line. So CD represents the cell tower. Now from B we have to observe the top of the building. So we have to join B and D, that represents the line of sight. So just join B and D. And here to represent the angle of elevation 60 degrees, we have to draw a line which is parallel to earth AC. That means we have to draw a line like this, which is parallel to AC. Here this line meets the CD at some point. Let that point be E. Now from B, that is top of the building, we are observing the foot of the cell tower. So we get the line of sight like this. And here the angle of elevation from B to the top of the cell tower, that is BD, is 60 degrees. So we can represent the angle here. So here the angle is 60 degrees. Now represent the angle of depression. That means from join B and C, here we get the angle of depression here. That is angle between BE and BC is 45 degrees. So this is the given diagram, and also given that AC length is 7 meters, and now we have to find out the height of the building. That is we have to find out the CD length here. Let that be H. Now we have to solve the problems. Clearly we are observing two right angle triangles here. One, it is BED. Just observe this. BED is one triangle, and BEC. Here also we know the angle here. So BEC is another triangle. There is another triangle BEC, but we don't need this one because we have to find out the height of the cell tower. So first, height of the cell tower means here it divided into two parts. One, it is C to E is one part, and E to D is another part. First calculate CE and ED, and after that by adding these two values we get the height of the cell tower. So for this, just see here, I am considering the triangle BED. Here at E, BED, just observe this. Here at E there is right angle, and the particular angle is at 60 degrees becomes the particular angle. So here the side DE, which is opposite to this theta, is called opposite side, and the side BE, which is adjacent to this theta, is called adjacent side, and 90 degrees opposite BD is called hypotenuse. Here we have to find out this opposite and adjacent. Observe the BE value. So here clearly ABEC, which represents a rectangle. So rectangle means whatever the value of AC, the same value we have to take for BE also, because the opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. So clearly we can write from A, B, E, C rectangle, we can take BE value which is equal to AC, that is given as 7 meters. So that means clearly AB value 7 meters, that is adjacent value is given. To find out the height of this total cell tower, first we have to find out this value, that is DE value. So we don't know the DE, let that DE be A here. That means here in case of BDE triangle, now come to BDE triangle, here angle E is equal to 90 degrees. So that means it is right angle triangle. Now at B, the angle theta is 60 degrees. So here I am considering this as theta, and BE value, from this the BE value becomes 7 meters, and DE, we don't know DE value, so let that be A. Okay, let DE value is equal to A. Now to find out this, which trigonometric ratio is suitable to find out DE value, that we have to recall here. So here opposite side we need, adjacent value we know that. So opposite adjacent related trigonometric ratio is tan. So we have to choose tan theta value. So tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. So opposite means here what is the opposite side? DE is opposite side and adjacent is nothing but BE. Now substitute the values. That is tan theta means here 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees is equal to DE, that is small a, by BE, that is 7. So now recall the value of tan 60 degrees. We know that tan 60 degrees value is root 3. So which is equal to a by 7. Root 3 can be written as root 3 by 1. So we get here by cross multiplication, root 3 into 7 is equal to a into 1. So 7 root 3 is equal to a. That means the a value is 7 root 3. Let it be equation 1. Okay. Now consider the another triangle BEC. So from triangle BEC, here the theta is 45 degrees. So theta is equal to 45 degrees, and the BE value, we know that BE value is nothing but 7 meters. So BE is equal to 7 meters, and EC, we don't know the EC value, let it be B. Here DE is A, already we calculated equation from equation 1, and now EC, let EC is equal to small b. So here observe that here this is the angle theta, and opposite side to angle theta, that is EC becomes opposite side here, and we know the BE value. So here BE value becomes, observe here at E there is right angle, so this BC becomes hypotenuse, then this BE is adjacent to this theta, so this becomes adjacent side. So we have to find out the opposite value, and adjacent value 7 meters, we know that. So opposite and adjacent related trigonometric ratio we have to choose here. That means here I am considering once again tan theta formula, which is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. So here opposite side is nothing but EC. EC by the adjacent side is BE. Now substitute the values. Theta means here 45 degrees. So tan 45 degrees value is equal to EC. EC means here B by BE. BE means here we get 7 meters. Now, just recall the tan 45 degrees value, that is 1. So, 1 is equal to B by 7. So, 1 is nothing but 1 by 1. Just do the cross multiplication. Then 1 into 7 is equal to B into 1. That means we get B is equal to 7 here. Let it be equation 2. Now, from 1 and 2, if you observe that D2E is small a and E2C is small b. Now, we get the height of cell tower, that is nothing but H. H is nothing but here from C to D. So, C to D is nothing but C to E plus E to D. Observe that from C to D, so C to E and E to D. By adding these two, we get C to D length. So, that here we have to find. Here we know that C is nothing but small b plus E to D is nothing but small a. We know that small b is 7 meters plus small a value is 7 root 3. Now, just do the simplification. We know that 7 is common here. I am taking 7 common. Here 1 plus root 3. Root 3 value is 1.732. We know that. Just we have to remember that value. Root 3 is nothing but 1.732. Then we get 7 into 1 plus 1.732, that is 2.732. So, 7 into 2.732. By multiplying that, we get 19.124. So, here the height of this cell tower is nothing but 19.124 meters. This is the final answer. Just recall that. Here first we are drawing a suitable diagram from the given data, and after that here there are two right angle triangles. Here we have to find out the height of the cell tower. So, height of the cell tower is nothing but from C to D we have to find out. If you observe the diagram, we know that BED is one right angle triangle and BEC is another right angle triangle, and here one angle is 60 degrees and another angle is 45 degrees. First we are considering the triangle BED. So, by considering the triangle BED, we know that 60 degrees value becomes theta, and theta opposite side DE is opposite and BE becomes the adjacent side. We know that BE length and AC length both are equal. So, BE length is 7 meters. That means DE we need, that is opposite side we need, adjacent side is given. So, here we have to consider tan trigonometric ratio for the triangle BED. So, tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. So, from this we get DE by BE. So, DE is nothing but small a and BE is nothing but 7 meters. So, tan 60 degrees value is root 3. So, root 3 is equal to a by 7. By doing the cross multiplication, we get a value. And after that, consider the another triangle BEC. Here also, here theta is here. So, EC becomes opposite side and BE becomes adjacent side, because BE we know that BE value is 7 meters. So, adjacent side we know, opposite side we have to find out. So, here also we have to choose the trigonometric ratio tan. So, tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. So, opposite is nothing but here B and adjacent is nothing but 7 meters. So, tan 45 degrees is equal to B by 7. We know that tan 45 degrees is 1. 1 is equal to B by 7. By doing the cross multiplication, we get B is equal to 7. And after that, by adding A and B, we get the total height of the cell tower. So, H is equal to add A and B. Then we get the value as 19.124 meters. Okay, this is the problem. Now, consider the second problem. Consider the second problem. Two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road. which is 120 feet wide. That means the road wide is 120 feet here. From a point between them on the road, the angle of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 degrees and 30 degrees respectively. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the point from the poles. So, here observe that two poles are there which are equal heights. So, and after that which are placed either sides of the road. So, one it is left side, one it is right side, and the 120 feet becomes the wide width of the road. And from a point between them on the road, the angle of elevations of the poles are 60 degrees and 30 degrees. Here observe that the poles are of same height. When we are observing the top of the poles from a point between them, that means on the road, one angle is 60 degrees, another angle is 30 degrees. So that means clearly the point is not the midpoint of the poles. So one is near to the pole and another pole is far away from that point. This is the important concept here. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the point from the poles. We have to find out the height of the poles and also distance of the point from the poles. Here we can assume this concept like this. Assume that this is the road and the two poles are there which are of equal heights, and the width of the road is 120 feet. So first consider the width of the road as 120 feet. Here the road width is 120 feet, and after that two poles are there. So I am considering one pole on left side and another pole is there. So consider that on right side, and after that these two poles are of same height. Okay, and from a point we are observing the top of the poles. One is making 60 degrees angle and another one making 30 degrees angle. So clearly, so two poles are making different angles. That means the point is not at the middle. Here O is the point. Here I am considering this point is nearer to the left side pole and far away from the right side pole. So see here, and observe that one pole making 60 degrees angle. So which pole makes 60 degrees angle, which pole makes 30 degrees angle? This is important. See here, when the distance is low, here observe that from left side pole the O point is near. Here when the distance is low, then when we observe the top of the pole, here we can get the more angle. When the distance is less, the angle becomes more. So therefore this 60 degrees angle we have to consider for this okay, for this tower or this cell, this pole. So here I am considering 60 degrees here, and observe that this pole is far away from, okay, O. That means here we get the angle 30 degrees. So here take the angle 60 degrees, here take the angle as 30 degrees. This is important point here. Observe that when the distance is low, here the distance between the pole and the point is low. So here we get the more angle. So consider 60 degrees for this tower. And here the distance between the point and the tower or the pole is more. So here we get the angle as 30 degrees. Less angle we get here. So 30 degrees we have to consider here. This is the given concept, and here we have to find out the height of these two towers and also the distance between this pole and this O, and this O and this pole, second pole. Okay, so we can draw the diagram like this. Assume that this line represents the road. Here AC is road, and the given that the width of the road is 120 feet, that means AC length, the total length is 120 feet here. And after that, see here, consider this line, AB line represents one pole, and height of the pole is H, and take the another line, so CD. Here CD represents the another pole, and the height of this CD also equal to H. Consider a point between AC, so not exactly middle, okay, because the angles are different here. So consider O be the point. From this O, we are observing the top of the two poles. That means from just join OB and OD. Okay, so join OB. This becomes the line of sight. And here we get the angle as 60 degrees. And now join O and D. Here we get the angle as 30 degrees. Now we have to find out the distance between AO and OC also. Just let X represents AO length and Y represent OC length. Now we have to find out this H value, X value and also Y value. Now just try to solve this problem. Just see here, from this diagram we can easily say that there are two right angle triangles. One it is BAO and another one it is DOC. And clearly AC length is X. See here, the length of AC is X. So, sorry, the length of AC is 120 feet, and here we can get that AO plus OC becomes 120. Clearly we can write like this. Here the value of X plus Y, by adding X and Y we get 120 feet. So X plus Y is equal to 120. Just take it as equation 1. X plus Y is equal to 120. I am considering this as equation 1. Now consider the triangle BAO first. Okay. So from triangle BAO, here observe that this is the particular angle theta. Here we have to find out H and X value. Okay, we the problem related with this H and X. So here H is nothing but opposite side. Here X represents adjacent side. So opposite adjacent related trigonometric ratio here we have to choose. So from triangle BAO, clearly the value of BA we are taking it as H and AO value which is equal to X, and theta, particular theta is 60 degrees here. And clearly, so opposite adjacent related trigonometric ratio, that means tan theta I am taking. Tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. Here opposite is nothing but BA by adjacent is AO. Now write the values. Tan theta, theta is nothing but here 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees is equal to BA, that is H by X. Now tan 60 degrees is nothing but root 3, sorry. So we know that root 3 is equal to H by X. Now just write root 3 as root 3 by 1. Now do the cross multiplication. Here we get X into root 3 is equal to H into 1. That means H value is equal to root 3x. See here, this becomes H, this is X root 3. So H is equal to root 3 into X. This is our relation between H and X. Consider this as equation 2. Now consider the next triangle, that is DOC. From this triangle, DOC triangle, we know that DOC, here this becomes the theta. Here theta value is 30 degrees and opposite to this theta, that is CD. So CD is equal to H here, and adjacent to this theta, that is OC. OC is equal to Y here. So here also opposite adjacent related trigonometric ratio we have to choose. So that means here I am considering tan theta which is equal to opposite by adjacent. Opposite means here CD by adjacent is OC. Now substitute the value. Tan theta is nothing but 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees is equal to CD, that is H by Y. Now write the value of tan 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees value is 1 by root 3. So choose that 1 by root 3 is equal to h by y. Now do the cross multiplication. Then we get that 1 into y is equal to h into root 3. So y is equal to h root 3. Okay, so this is the third one. Let it is as third equation. Okay, so observe the first equation, that is x plus y is equal to 120. Observe the second equation, that is h is equal to root 3x. Here we know that instead of h we can write root 3x. Just I am substituting that value in this y. Just substitute y is equal to h. Instead of h I can use root 3 into x. Into this root 3 is as it is. Then root 3 into root 3 becomes 3. So here y is equal to 3x. This value we get from this equation. Okay. So y is equal to 3x. From this simplification we get y is equal to 3x. Let it be equation 4. See here, y is equal to 3x, and from equation 1 we know that x plus y is equal to 120. Just see here, x plus y. Instead of y, we can write this 3x in equation 1. Okay, so just replace that value, because if variable becomes 1, then we can easily add them. Here x plus y is equal to 120, and we know that from this equation we know that y is equal to 3x. That means instead of y we can write 3x. Here I am writing instead of y 3x, which is equal to 120. Okay, so now see here, x plus 3x, that means it becomes 4x. 4x is equal to 120. Then x is nothing but 120 by 4. Just by cutting this, we get 30. That means x value is equal to 30 meters or 30 feet here, sorry. X is equal to 30. Okay, so one of the value we obtained here, x is equal to 30. And similarly y, here we know that y is equal to 3x. So here y is equal to 3x, that means 3 into x value is 30. So y is equal to 3 into 30, that is nothing but 90. So x is equal to 30 and y is equal to 90 here. And after that we need to find out the height of the poles also. That means h value. Here clearly we know that h is equal to root 3 into x. So here h is equal to root 3 into x. X is nothing but 30. So h is equal to 30 root 3. So like this we can find out the three values, x value, y value and h value. Just recall the problem once again. So first draw the suitable diagram for the given data, and after that we know that clearly here AC length, total AC length is 120 feet, and we know that we are assuming A to O distance is x and O to C is y. So by adding x and y we get 120. So first equation is x plus y is equal to 120, and after that there are two right angle triangles, one it is BAO. So consider the triangle BAO, and here we know that BA is equal to h, we are assuming that, and AO is x, and clearly theta is equal to 60 degrees. So the based on the triangle BAO, so BA becomes opposite side and AO becomes adjacent side. So opposite adjacent related trigonometric ratio here we have to consider. So tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent, that is nothing but BA by AO, and substitute the values. Tan theta is nothing but 60 degrees here. OP value, opposite value, that is BA value is h by x. Tan 60 degrees value is root 3. Root 3 can be written as root 3 by 1, which is equal to h by x. By doing the cross multiplication, we get that h is equal to root 3x. Let it be equation 2. And after that, consider the another triangle, that is DOC. Here at C there is right angle, and the particular angle is theta is at here. So DC becomes opposite side and OC becomes adjacent side. Okay, so then theta is equal to 30 degrees, CD is equal to H, which is opposite, and OC is equal to Y, which is adjacent side. Now opposite side and adjacent related trigonometric ratio we have to choose. So for this we are considering tan 30 tan theta, which is equal to opposite CD by adjacent CO. So tan 30 degrees is equal to H by Y. By doing the cross multiplication, tan 30 degrees is nothing but 1 by root 3. So substitute that, doing the cross multiplication, Y is equal to H into root 3. Just here observe that to solve the problem, just we have to observe the equations. So observe the second equation, H is equal to root 3x. So instead of H we can write root 3x. So just substitute that. So then we get Y is equal to 3x here. So Y is equal to 3x, this is related to x and y variables are there, and xy variable, in xy variable there is one another equation, that is 1, x plus y is equal to 120. Just Y is equal to 3x means instead of y we can write 3x. Just write in this, x plus 3x is equal to 120, then x plus 3x is nothing but 4x, which is equal to 120, then x is equal to 120 by 4, by cancelling we get 30. So x value is 30, and after that substitute that value in equation 4, that is y is equal to 3x. Then y is equal to 3 into 30, that is y is equal to 90. After getting x and y, now come to h. How we can find out how can we find this h value? Here there is one relation, h is equal to root 3x. So h is equal to root 3 into x. Already we know the x value, that is 30. Substitute in that. Then h is equal to root 3 into 30. Then 30 root 3 is our height of the pole, and x, that is the distance between the pole and the point, is 30 feet here, and the distance between the point and the second pole is 90 feet here. Okay, this is the concept. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and all the best for your 10th class. So just keep practice. Practice makes man perfect. So mathematics you can perfect by doing practice only. So all the best, ma.